And quite a decent contest coming up. George's Lad and Camaxos, joint favourites at 11-4. Cap Vert 7-2, 9-2. Goodwin, Gaggio at 6-1. Paso Doble at 16s and Gold Souk at 80-1. There has been nudged in from 125. And so they begin to canter down. Paso Doble in the dark blue with the white cap. George's Lad, maroon and grey stripes. And then Camaxos in black with a white star. Diablo sleeves, red hooded to the start, Camaxos. Next is Goodwin in the yellow, black disc and sleeves, followed by Gold Souk in the black and white quarter jacket. And now number 6, a Gaggio in bright green with a black diamond, black sleeves, green armlets, and Cap Vert, number 3, in the brown and white hoops, worn by Sean Houlihan. 7 runners then, heading down to the 2 miles and 3 furlong start for the We Love You Goodwin handicap hurdle, in which Goodwin is a 9-2 chance. Runners arriving at the start for this quite decent handicap hurdle. Here's George's Lad. He's got 12 stone to carry, Harry Cobden's mount, but he could just be a bit better than the others. He was a very impressive winner at Doncaster a couple of starts ago last season, then took a fall in the EBF final when running quite a good race. I think there's got to be more to come. Trainer Emma Lavelle's been in good form as well lately, so a few positives, I think, for George's Lad, albeit under top weight. Paso Doble there in the dark blue with the white cap for the Paul Nicholls team. Graham Brooks's colours. Freddie Gingell in the saddle. Been very hard to train, very lightly raced over the years. Definitely has ability. Was second to Aurigny Mill, who was a little bit progressive last season at Taunton. That wasn't a bad run, and he's capable of putting in a decent show here. But he has been a bit fragile, I think, just judging from the lack of outings, really. Camaxos in the black-white star, formerly with Roger Teal. First run for Charlie Longsdon today. Didn't show a lot last season, but does have a fairly favourable rating of, I think, 115. That's not bad. He has a chance of returning to his best, but there is signs of breathing issues. This is his first run since a wind up. He's also wearing a tongue tie today, so that suggests there have been a few issues with Camaxos. A Gaggio, 82 on the flat, only 109 over hurdles, so he's quite well handicapped hurdling, but I just think he is better on the flat, particularly at Goodwood. Cap Vert is quite promising, and ran a fair 7th at Punchestown back in April, flag going up, and good win for the sponsors. Also got a bit of decent form, and a course and distance winner. Runners about to come forward and face the flag. And they're off for the We Love You Goodwin handicap hurdle. A Goodwin in the yellow, black disc, black sleeves, fairly handy. On the right, a Gaggio, Paso Doble forward as well. Then Camaxos towards the left. Cap Vert, George's Lad is restrained in the early stages. Jumps the first flight well, though, and Gold Souk is last of all. Heading on towards flight number 2, and a Gaggio comes through to take it up under Caelan Quinn from Paso Doble on the left and the white cap, then Goodwin on the right, Cap Vert. Oh, a mistake there from George's Lad. Landed very badly. Second last. Just behind the leaders, Camaxos on the left, George's Lad in the striped colours, and finally Gold Souk. 2 circuits to cover, and a Gaggio out in front. Ran well on the flat the other day at Goodwood, a track that he really likes. A Gaggio from Paso Doble, Camaxos and Goodwin and Cap Vert and George's Lad, and finally Gold Souk. heading into the back straight and on towards flights 3 and 4. So Agaggio allowed to stride on here. Goes a couple of lengths ahead of Paso Doble and Camaxos and Goodwin in 4th. Leader just slithered slightly into that flight, Agaggio, and joined by Paso Doble on the inside. George's Lad and Gold Souk remain the last two. Down towards the next flight, the second of the two in the back straight. Scattering the leaves. And coming into this one, Agaggio and Paso Doble, followed by Camaxos. Then Cap Vere and Goodwin and George's Lad, held up by Harry Cobden. Slightly anxious moment earlier on. And at the back is Gold Souk. Running round the all-weather bend and coming to the end of a circuit. Onto the next couple of flights. Flights 5 and 6. Agaggio, Paso Doble on the right under Freddie Gingell for Paul Nicholls. Camaxos behind these in 3rd. Those three all jump it well, all quite efficiently there. And now moving on to the next. Agaggio, Paso Doble, Camaxos on the left, Cap Vere just hunting them up, followed by Goodwin, George's Lad and Gold Souk as they jump the next. And now they head up the run-in with just over a circuit left to cover in this We Love You Goodwin handicap hurdle. And Agaggio leads the way to Paso Doble. Camaxos on the near side 3rd, Cap Vere, Goodwin, George's Lad and Gold Souk, and they bunch together as they race towards this top left-hand turn. Agaggio with a slender lead over Paso Doble as they now head towards the back straight. 4 flights left to jump. Agaggio by a neck to Paso Doble, Camaxos. Then in 4th is Goodwin, Cap Vere. George's Lad travels well behind those under Harry Cobden. And finally Gold Souk. So downhill towards the next flight, except for Gold Souk, they're very well grouped together. Agaggio, Paso Doble 1 and 2. Camaxos on the outside of Goodwin and Cap Vere. And then George's Lad travelling well on the extreme inside. Gold Souk being left behind. Heading on towards 3 out. Agaggio and Paso Doble still 1 and 2 here, but the others are threatening to mount challenges. Paso Doble having a little bit of a wander going into that flight. Cap Vere wasn't too fluent. Camaxos with every chance on the outside. George's Lad in behind them. Goodwin now driven along into the bottom bend. And Paso Doble on the inside of Agaggio. Cap Vere, then Camaxos. Harry Cobden still looks pretty confident on George's Lad as they run round this turn with 2 to jump, just beginning to nudge along on the top weight now. These two up ahead have had a little bit of a battle, Agaggio and Paso Doble. Cap Vere just behind them and George's Lad getting closer. Here's 2 out. Paso Doble now takes over from Agaggio, but Cap Vere under pressure trying to challenge the new leader. And now George's Lad is being asked the question. Down towards the last, Paso Doble has gone on the stands rail. Paso Doble coming in to take it by about a length and a half to Cap Vere. George's Lad ran down the flight in 3rd, then Agaggio. Now up the hill, and Cap Vere is making this pretty tough for Paso Doble. They race as one now. Up the hill is Paso Doble on the left, Cap Vere on the right under Sean Houlihan. But on the near side, Paso Doble and Freddie Gingell are just pulling away again. And Paso Doble wins. From in 2nd, Cap Vere, George's Lad in 3rd, and Agaggio in 4th.